All right, good Monday evening, everybody. We have got a cold front headed our way, but it's a fairly weak front. We're only going to cool down a few degrees behind the front. We will get a little bit of rain out of it as well. Tomorrow, we're thinking about midday here in the metro. Could see a couple of showers by daybreak in the Delta, and it'll be late in the afternoon in the Pine Belt. So here's the position of the front. It's just to the northwest of us. It's a fast-moving front, and with high pressure to the east of us and our winds turning in from the south, well, we are going to see a little bit of moisture return out ahead of the front, just not a lot. That's why we're not expecting a great chance of rain with this system, and really no thunderstorms. The good storm energy is way up to the north of us over southern Canada, Minnesota, so no worries there. Just a quick shot of rain, and then we're back to the really nice fall weather for the rest of the week with lows in the 40s and highs in the 70s. Now, right now, live IMAX 12, nothing out there. We won't see anything develop until early tomorrow morning in the Delta. So for the most of the overnight, we're actually going to be fair, but it's not going to be as cool tomorrow morning as it was this morning. This morning we were at 46 degrees in Jackson. It was our coolest morning so far in the month of October. Well, tomorrow morning we're going to be in the mid to upper 50s, and that's because a southerly breeze is pushing up the dew point and the amount of moisture in the air. So the temperature is not going to be able to fall quite as much. We're looking at 57 here in the metro, a couple degrees cooler to the east, maybe up to about 58 in Vicksburg first thing in the morning. And then tomorrow the front comes in from the northwest, but it's not going to reach the Pine Belt until late in the afternoon, so they are going to have an opportunity to warm up just a little bit more. We're going to make it into the 80s there. Let's say 81 in Mendenhall, up to about 83, 84 in Hattiesburg and Columbia. Meanwhile, we stay below 80 from I-20 and points north as we get the cloud covering the rain a little bit earlier in the day. So our weather maker tomorrow is the front coming in. Fast-moving front. It's going to blast through the state during the day tomorrow. And then behind the front, the next weather maker is high pressure. This is what's going to give us the nice fall weather for the rest of the week from Wednesday through Friday. It'll be clear at night. The air is going to be dry. The humidity low. We're going to see lows in the 40s and your highs starting in the mid-70s Wednesday and then slowly climbing back up into the low 80s as we get into Friday. So here's a look at the timing of the rain. And remember, we're not expecting a lot, just some clouds and a couple of spotty showers in the Delta by daybreak on your Tuesday. I think the best coverage of rain is actually going to be right around midday, about 11 o'clock noon, and that's going to be right around the I-20 corridor. There could be some heavier downpours, but I'm not expecting thunderstorms or severe weather, and I think it's going to be a broken line. That's why we're going to keep the chance of rain down to about 40%, and then later in the afternoon as this moves into the Pine Belt, it really loses a lot of its punch. Just a couple of stray showers are going to give it just a 20% chance of rain in the Pine Belt late Tuesday afternoon. So a little bit of rain coming tomorrow, not much. Then it's going to be dry behind the front Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but then the rain returns over the weekend. I think the time has passed when we're going to see these long stretches of dry weather where we get no rain for a week or two at a time. That's done now. We're seeing fronts coming in on a regular basis. So yeah, we're going to be dry behind a front for a good 2, 3, maybe 4 days, but then the next one's going to come in and we'll see another round of rain. And that's what we're seeing here. Notice rain Tuesday, although not a lot, and then rain coming back over the weekend. We're expecting scattered storms Saturday and Sunday, and we could see a few thunderstorms in the mix over the weekend. Of course, we could use all the rain we can get because about half the state is in a drought. That's mostly the northern half of the state, the Delta, the northeastern part of Mississippi, and a little bit down around the coast southeast of Hattiesburg. So more rain, the better. We've only got about an inch so far this month in Jackson. Now, in the tropics, we do have a wave in the Caribbean that's got an excellent chance of becoming our next named storm, which would be Melissa. That's the next name on the list. Not really concerned about it, though. Even though it could get a name and it's relatively close by, we think it's pretty much going to stay in the Caribbean over the next couple of days and then maybe eventually take a turn off to the northeast. The reason we're not concerned here is because these fronts keep coming through, and that's going to keep tropical weather away from us. Also, it creates wind shear in the upper levels, which is not conducive to tropical systems. And the deeper we get into the fall season, the cooler the water is in the Atlantic Ocean farther north. So as far north as the Gulf, temperatures are starting to come down a little bit, which again is not conducive for tropical systems. So again, it's close by. We're going to keep an eye on it, but again, not too concerned at this point. Our spaghetti models, our computer models, showing us where it could go, and really it's all over the place right now. We know over the next day or two or three it'll stay in the Caribbean, and I really do expect it to skip across Hispaniola and then move back out to sea. Notice almost none of the models taking it into the Gulf. So your forecast for tonight, fair most of the overnight, not as cool tonight as it was last night. It'll be at 57 in the morning. And then tomorrow, 40% chance of scattered showers early, then partly sunny in the afternoon, your high temperature at 79 degrees. Just look at our next 8 days. Behind the front, nice weather for the rest of the week. Wednesday through Friday, 40s in the morning, mostly 70s in the afternoon. Then we get scattered storms over the weekend, although again, not a washout. And I think the next front will be coming through about a week from tomorrow. That's next Tuesday. Some of those storms next Tuesday could be a bit on the stronger side. So we'll keep you posted on that. For right now, though, we're looking good. Yeah, a little rain tomorrow, but not concerned about it. The rest of the week, the weather really should be very good. All right, that's your update for tonight. Meteorologist Megan Hanna is going to be here first thing in the morning with your next update. Have a good night.